it is very important. Information, like they say, is power, but it's also how do you use it. And communication is key. Language is very important.
Hi, beautiful people. My name is Michelle La Poetica Richardson, and I am here at PTV today with a wonderful group of people. And Camille Bartlett and I have had the pleasure of interviewing a lot of the candidates that are running for this election this year here in this amazing city of Peabody. And we have somebody here that's running for councillor at large. What is your name? Tell us about you.
Oh, my name is Bukia. First of all, thank you for having me. Thank you to Courtney, the team at PAT for the amazing work that they do to keep our community informed. My name is Bukia Chalvire. I am running for council at large. I am the only challenger. There are 5 council at large.
Okay.
And if you are going out to vote, you can vote for up to 5. So I'm hoping that when we go out to vote, you'd consider me as one of your 5 votes for council at large.
Oh, you heard it. She wants to be one of your 5 votes. Now, tell me a little bit about you.
Well, I came to the United States about 27 years ago with my parents.
Okay.
And they were both in their 60s. I was 20. And when I came here, the role reversed. I became the adult because none of us spoke English at that time.
Yeah.
So I became the caretaker, the one to get a job first, to find an apartment, to support my family. Now my mom is 9 years old, and God bless her, she's amazing. I was brought up by great parents. And one of the example I have witnessed growing up is that my parents always found a way to give back. So they have instilled those values in me, and I always look forward to make a difference, the little bit of difference that I can make wherever I am. So I chose to be in Peabody. We bought a home, a beautiful home in the beautiful city of Peabody about 11 years ago. And I'd love to give back.
That's wonderful. That's beautiful. So, councillor at large, and this is your second time running, you said?
This is my second time running for council at large. Yes.
Now, when you win this election,
Yes.
what's the first thing you're going to do as councillor at large? I'm speaking it into existence.
Well, one of the issues that is affecting the community now, and a lot of people are concerned, I've seen it in my backyard, in my neighborhood, I've seen it while campaigning on the campaign trail, is a rat infestation.
Oh.
And if you look at the Peabody community page, everybody's commenting about it. I think one of the problems that adds to that is that the trash company, which is fairly new, sometimes missed the days that they usually schedule to pick up the trash, and that kind of invite the rodents to come out.
Right.
So that's a concern. Mental health is very important to me. I have recently graduated from the Peabody Police Academy Citizens class. And,
You did? That's amazing.
Oh my God, I definitely recommend everyone to take that class. The class is held for citizens, to inform citizens about the work that the day-to-day work that the police officers do as first responders. And we were able, Captain Richard is amazing, the whole team there. So we were able to tour the police station. And when we went to see what the amount of calls they are receiving on a daily basis, 80% of them are about mental health.
Wow.
And domestic violence. So I think that's a signal. That's a clear message that we do need to have more professional that is there to support children, the student body, adult, anyone who's facing mental health. I don't see that many conversation about it by our public officials. I think we need to see more awareness about mental health.
Yeah.
My parents were small business owners. I've owned many small businesses too, from low advertising, real estate investment. So supporting small business is very important to me. My husband ran a car wash for over 40 years. So we are small business people. We understand how important it is to have small business in our community because they hire local people. They live in our neighborhood. They're creating jobs. And cleanliness of our downtown is also important, something that I think we need to do a little more work on to invite people to come in Peabody to work, to play, and to raise a family.
That's beautiful.
Keeping Peabody affordable is also important.
Yes.
I chose Peabody because of the tax rate, because of the municipal light that we have. And a lot of our population are retirees. I myself can understand that because my husband is retired. He's 77 years old. So I live in a mixed retirement family. So I think it's very important that we keep the city that we all love, that we all grew up in, affordable.
Yes, that's beautiful. Now, I know that you've seen a lot of changes happen in this city in these 11 years that you've been. You said 11 years you've been in the city?
Correct, yes.
So I grew up in Peabody.
That's
And
wonderful.
from my childhood to now, it looks very different. There's still things that are the same, like the library and things like that are still the same, but
Yes.
there's been a lot of changes. What changes, other than the ones that you've already, amazing ones that you've already named, but like what other changes would you bring to the community that would allow for more inclusivity when it comes to community things?
Well, Michelle, I'm so glad you brought that up. And thank you for all you do. You grew up in Peabody. I think we represent the diversity that Peabody has. We have languages. I know you probably speak more
Yeah.
than one language. I myself speak three languages, Creole, French, and English. I think having the diversity, the makeup of the city is also changing. We are
Absolutely.
diverse. That's one of the reasons I think we have the big international festival, right? Because we are an international city.
Yeah.
So I think coming to the table and speaking more than one language is an opportunity for the voters, for the residents. If they have an issue, a problem, at least they know there is that one person they can communicate with
Yeah.
that can understand them and bring their concern to the table.
That's so beautiful. I think oftentimes people that don't speak English are very often,
Underserved.
yeah, underserved or unserved, period.
Unserved.
Like just they can't get the services they need. So it's a refreshing thing to know that that's on your radar and that's something that you want to address as a councilwoman at large because it's necessary.
It is
Yeah, it's
necessary.
very necessary. Access, inclusivity, inclusion, because there's a
Yes.
difference and people don't know that.
It makes a
It's a
huge
huge
difference.
difference. Like equity and equality is like
Yes.
people think it's the same and it's
It
not.
is not.
So like educating the community is also very important. And I see that there's a lot of that in you as well. So you want to bring information to the community as well.
It is very important. Information, like they say, is power, but it's also how do you use it? And
Exactly.
communication is key. Language is very important.
And I think representation. I
Representation.
think if we speak of representation,
Yes.
right? I think across the board, not just in Peabody, in
Absolutely.
all of the North Shore, there's always been a consistent lack of representation.
That is correct.
So, knowing this, my sister, knowing that you could possibly be walking into a scenario that you may not be as welcome or as invited or as embraced as perhaps you would need to be in order to manifest some of the ideas that you have, how would you deal with those challenges?
Well, challenges for me helps you grow.
Absolutely.
I look forward to facing challenges because it helps keep me on my toes. It helps you just pull yourself together and think about strategy, how to make life better for all. And coming from where I came here without speaking a word of English. I came to the United States with $100 in my pocket. I worked my way up. I've built businesses. I've bought and sold many homes. And these weren't without any challenges. The challenges, were there, but so were the opportunity. So you have to make up your mind and decide, do you face it head on? Do you push yourself through it? Learning the language myself, of course, that was a challenge, right? When you come to a foreign country, the climate change from a tropical country to,
Absolutely, honey. And these
winter,
winters are disrespectful.
seeing snows the
Jeez.
first time. And the beauty of the United States is that if you are willing to work hard, this is the country where dreams can come true.
Yeah.
Where if you set goals, they can become a reality as long as you discipline yourself, obey the law, do the right thing, put in the hard work, anything is possible.
Yeah. And we say that understanding that sometimes there are roadblocks that get placed, that these are the very challenges we speak of.
Yes.
where there's a will, I think in the list that you, I think Will is definitely a member of that group, because you have to have the will to persevere. You have to have the will to keep fighting and to keep pushing and to keep swimming and to not give up. And I say this to you because you are a testament of that.
I
You know,
appreciate it, and I agree with you. This may be my second time running at large, but it's my third time running for office in Peabody.
really.
Yes,
When
yes.
was the first time you
I
ran?
live in Ward 4. So
Okay.
the first time I ran for Ward 4 councillor
Okay.
unsuccessfully. But I'm determined about serving.
Yeah.
What's in this for me is how I can give back, how to make a difference. So I ran again in 2021 for councillor at large unsuccessfully. I had a lot of support. A lot of voters came out. Over 3,000 voters came out and voted for me. So
Yes.
thank you to everyone who have voted for me. And I started door knocking since May, because my goal is to walk the whole city. I already finished knocking doors in Ward 6. I'm in almost done with Ward 5 now. We're making our way down to Ward 4 and the rest of the wards. I want to meet as many voters as possible. I want them to see my soul. I want them to ask me one on one, why are you running? And I want to be able to tell them why I'm running.
Yeah.
If mental health matter to you, building small businesses matter to you, keeping our quality of life matters to you, keeping Peabody affordable matters to you, if that message resonates with you, then I am your candidate, and I humbly ask you to vote for me on November 7th.
And you could say that in 3 languages, honey.
Bien sûr, oui.
Yes. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, Michelle, the honor is all mine.
I
Thank you so
appreciate you
much
so
again.
much. And
I
I gotta say, listen, I'm in my feelings because for someone like you that looks like you, beautiful, to be running for office in this city means the world to me, because I grew up here. And there was no one that looked like you that I could look up to. So thank you for running.
Well, I look up to you. First time meeting you, I'm just so thrilled. I could feel the chemistry, the love, just meeting you for the first time. And when I ran the first time at large, this is what I said to myself: if I, as an immigrant who grew up in a foreign country, can come here, establish own homes, achieve the American dreams, although I have still a lot of dreams that I'd love to achieve, and decided to run for office, putting myself out there in the open. Run for office, daughter of immigrant. My kids are first generation. I grew up in
Yeah.
in Haiti. If he inspires a son or daughter of an immigrant who live in the city, because in the city we have son and daughters of immigrant, whether you're Portuguese or Greek,
Yep.
Brazilian,
Dominican, Puerto Rican, there's
Dominican,
a little bit of
Haitians,
everything.
African, Asians.
Yep.
If he inspires one of, somebody's kid, young kid, daughter or
Yeah.
son, to step up and run for office, I think that will give me a great satisfaction.
That's beautiful. I think you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful people. Um, non-biased opinion. I feel like every city, every township, every municipality needs to be a visual representation, a spiritual, a soul representation of its community. Otherwise, we're never going to get out of this cycle. So I thank everybody that's running here today. And I thank you for coming. And I thank all of our other guests that have been coming through and interviewing with me and Camille, because this is necessary. And I thank you for taking the time to come here and let the voters know who you are and why they should vote for you in this election. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you for having me.